so tired. I need sleep to let go.
Live, BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas. It's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminat, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminat, produced by Barry Laminat, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminat. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Monday, March 15, 2021. This is episode number 211 of the show, and I don't know why the intro keeps cutting out. Listen, if I'm going to start live streaming on Podbean and YouTube, I'm probably going to have to make the move over to the PC. I've been on this 5-6-year-old laptop, and I'm going to have to bite the bullet. So expect that to happen probably at the end of this month or early April, where I'm just going to cut over to the PC full time, and there's going to be a lot of problems, but we'll get them solved. We'll get it figured out. I do need to make the effort to get that done though, and get off this laptop. Hey, I hope you had a good weekend. Thank you guys for tuning back in again. It's always a pleasant surprise when someone shows up for this show besides me. Like, Oliver doesn't even show up. My family doesn't even show up. You guys are here every day, and I love you for it. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, I hope you had a good weekend. I'll be honest. This time changes. For a guy that doesn't get much sleep to begin with, this time change, I don't feel like, maybe I'm getting old. Maybe it's the lack of sleep. But I really feel like this is affecting me more than it ever has before. And I don't know why. I just know it is. I am exhausted. There's no reason I should be other than lack of sleep. So listen, I'm not going to whine and complain. I sit in my office 20 hours a day. It could be a lot worse. I remember I got into IT because I remember standing on a hot tar roof in the middle of August in Houston. And I remember thinking, fuck this. I am 100% going to get an office job. And that's when I decided to go into IT full time. By the way, we are, like I mentioned, streaming live on Podbean. I have not released that fully yet. It is still unlisted. I am involving more of you as we go just to see how this goes. I'm going to get more feedback from today's show. I could see me opening this up to the masses and to the public full time, maybe as early as Wednesday. Here's the caveat though. I'm looking at it. There is a chat. There is a way to send Podbeans, which is kind of like a super chat, but I want to warn you. The only reason the Podbean live thing exists is because some of you have said you like to listen, you want to listen, but YouTube won't allow you to close your phone. Maybe you're driving, maybe you're working. This was to make it easier. I won't be checking that chat very often, if at all, during the show. It's enough to keep one chat and one group of super chats. So to have another one in there, I'm just going to tell you, if you want to chat with me and you have the ability to type, well, do that shit in YouTube. What do you need the Podbean audio feed for? This is a visual show. So if you are listening on a podcast later on, because this show was now podcasted, I want to warn you, it is a visual show. There will be some things we talk about that you might want to look at. Just go to youtube.com/Barry is funny to be able to see the segments you missed that require the video feed. Otherwise, you should be able to listen with no problem. Speaking of that, just got the notice today. We are now officially on iTunes. So all we have left now is Google and I believe Pandora, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to go back and look, but we are on iTunes now, so that'll be cool. I'm going to be hitting you guys up here in about by the end of the week, once it's officially up and running, to go in there and give me some ratings and stuff. And let's see if we can get some momentum on iTunes. Otherwise, hey, let's get into it. Let's do the chat. As we always do, we start the show off the chat. And I got to say, Justin Swinny with the Winnie. Justin Swinford first in the chat. Good on you, buddy. This was late, too, today. I don't know why. It wasn't my fault, I promise. But YouTube, for some reason, didn't post it right away. But Justin Swinford made it. BTK Killer was so close and angry, and it's probably going to kill Justin now. John Dory was there as well, but D-Mata with the Congo block got in the dollar super chat. So Justin Swinford does not get the triple crown. He does not get the first chat, the first like, and the first super chat, but he was first, so he is the greatest deckhead in the history of the world for the next 2 hours on a Monday in March on the 15th from 2:08 to 3:58 or whatever it is we end up going to. Rest of the chat, let's do it like we always do it. Let me roll through the shout outs here. I see Donna is here and I'm here for it. CC, my girls are in already. Jesus Perez, what's up, Playboy? John Dory is here. There's the BTK Killer. Steven the Weather Guy made it already. Here's his forecast for the day. Where'd it go? Current conditions at BiffNet World Headquarters, 74 degrees, dew point 68 degrees, partly sunny, 30% chance we should get Monday lawn talk. Oh, no. 100% chance you're going to get lawn talk today. One, show prep lacked, and I'll explain why in a second. Two, I owe you from Friday. We didn't do lawn talk, so we're going to get to that. I owe you some Patreon updates as well. We're going to make up for some of the stuff. D-Monta said I need to get more sleep. Well, oh, shit. Francisco Abarca is here. What did it say? Can you shout out my daughters, Phoenix and Athena? No, I won't say what's up to Phoenix and Athena. How are you, ladies? I hope you're well. Your dad is an awesome human being. Make sure you're nice to your dad, because he's old too. Kind of an idiot. Let's face it, your dad's a moron. But he is a good dude, so, you got that going for you, which is nice. I hope your mom is smart, because you got your dad's intelligence, Phoenix and Athena, you're screwed. Welcome, ladies. Fidel Limon in the building. Who else is here? Uriel Villanueva, love to see it. SVG, I hope you recovered from your birthday. Aaron J. Bryan is here. I love Justin Swinford. Screw that dollar, give me my clown crown. No, it doesn't work like that, Justin. Unfortunately, they can send a dollar. Congo block you. That's how it goes. Tony Garza, Barry is sleeping. What's up, Ray? My brother-in-law, Ray Lucio's in the building. PK is here. Billy Keller is here. Aaron Little, Jen, Chris Reyes, Sylvia, Mimi. Oh, my God, the ladies are all here. I'm digging it. Chuck Dunaway. What's up, man? Putting in floors. That is the worst in the world. Oh, my. I did that in my old house. I put in all the wood floors. Terrible. Hated it so much. Marsha is here. Mark G is in the building. Pete Jones. All right, let's get to it. Rudolph Rodriguez, sanitize, wash hands, back up. Brian Lamb, not first. Total Dallas. What's up, player? Robert likes beers. Aaron Little. All right, we got to go. Walt is here. Let's roll. Oh, shit. Eastside Harold checking in. What up, Eastside Harold? Good to see you, buddy. All right, let's do this. We got a lot to talk about. Number one. Let's get to your sports headlines straight away, and then I'm going to give you another show update. It is NFL free agency, by the way. Didn't know. It is NFL free agency, so you're going to start getting a lot of this stuff coming through. Go hook up with Adam Schefter, and that's probably all you really need for your NFL scoops du jour. But Shaq Barrett is staying with Tampa Bay, signed a $72 million deal. Patriots get a 4-year deal done with Jonnu Smith, ex-Titan. Sorry, Titan Hugo, but you lost a really good tight end. Patriots active early. One of the biggest contracts they've given out in a long time for a free agent. So interesting to see them doing it this way. I don't know, does that have something to do with Nick Caserio not being there? Probably not. I think it's more Bill Belichick knows you're going to need to spend some money, player. That whole being cheap was Tom Brady was there, but that's not the same team anymore. Indiana Hoosiers have fired Archie Miller after 12 to 15 seasons. What? Oh, my God. Are you shitting me? Archie Miller? I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't watch college basketball, guys. If you're a sports person, you found this podcast somehow, or you found this YouTube channel somehow, because I've been heavy on the promotion, so we're going to start getting some new viewers and listeners. And if you tuned in for college basketball insight and information, I'll see you in April. You ain't getting that here. I don't watch that. I don't watch college basketball. That's the one major sport that I don't follow or watch. So you're not going to get much out of me in the way of help for your bracket or insight. All I know is Gonzaga's undefeated. Probably a good bet to put them in your Final Four. Otherwise, you might be dumb. It looks like the house, by the way, is a little concerned about the chances of Michigan causing the casinos and the betting places some issues. So that might be a tip for you as well. I have no idea. Don't ask me about March Madness. You should see my bracket. I think this is how bad I am. And you guys can laugh at me. I don't give a shit. I already did my bracket. I guess I could share it with you just because it was literally 100% random. I mean, the only teams that I know is I know Gonzaga is undefeated and I know U of H is giving people fits. That's it. That's all I know. So I think I had U of H in the Final Four or Elite Eight. And I think, if I'm embarrassed to say this, I had Villanova. I put Villanova as winning it all. Why? I don't know, because I'd never go chalk. Never go chalk in a bracket. That's the other thing. Never go all ones all the way to the Final Four and have one winning. It rarely happens. Now, Gonzaga might be a good bet for that this year. Katie said, what in the hell, Barry? Hey! Yeah, I listen, I was going to put Duke in the Final Four, but I couldn't find them. I'm not that fucking stupid, Tony. I mean, I'm dumb, and I'm college basketball dumb. I mean, I tried. Wow, somebody gave me a thumbs down for Villanova. Wow. I don't feel like that deserved that. How many we got watching or listening right now on Podbean Live? It looks like 4, 5 maybe. Okay. It's not bad. Yeah, we got 5 in there. I sent out a few more links than that, but that's okay. We're gonna make it happen. I did not put Gonzaga in the Final Four, but I know nothing about college basketball, and I like dumpster fires. Oh, well, you should have seen my first marriage. Boy, that was a dumpster fire. Anyways, back to these sports headlines. I get sidetracked. Carmelo Anthony has passed Hakeem Olajuwon for 11th place on the scoring list all time. This is not okay. This is not okay. There's no reason that Carmelo Anthony should be ahead of Hakeem Olajuwon on anything. Anything. I don't care if it's in line at Chick-fil-A. I don't care if it's to get a vaccine. There's no reason Carmelo Anthony should be ahead of Hakeem Olajuwon. This seems almost satanic. This seems anti-American. Did a communist make these rules up? How is this possible that Melo has more points than the Dream? Doesn't seem right. I don't like it. Nonetheless. Hey, also in care, since we do broadcast live on YouTube every day, and fuck YouTube as a staff record label and as a crew, but they will be broadcasting 21 Major League Baseball games this season. This will be the 3rd season that they are actually broadcasting games on YouTube. So if you have YouTube, and I guess you need premium, you'll be able to catch 21 Major League Baseball games. So there you go. There's your sports headlines for the day. By the way, KD, I know you see me repping Playboy. What? Y'all go check out Ayolos Gaming on Twitch and get your shirt. Support your boy. Support the deckheads that are trying to do something on Twitch. I'll tell you what, KD and House are absolutely killing it, and I'm here for it. PK is getting like ridiculous with it. So there are some deckheads that you need to support. And those are 3 right there, right off the rip. I know Masher Tater. I know Matt Poche is out there. So check those guys out, man. Support everybody that you can. It's super importante that you do so. All right. So normally on Fridays, I give you some show updates. I would have updated you about the podcast and so forth. One of the things that I do also to kind of help promote the show and what keeps this show going is the Patreon. And so I normally give you guys updates about the Patreon and where we stand. I'm happy to say we are at 119 supporters that believe in this show and believe in me. It's amazing. I can't believe it. But it is a real thing. And I want to say shout out to Lil Uzi Vert. Steven Uzik signed up as a big deckhead for the year. He had taken a hiatus from the Patreon, which I totally understand. We all need to, but he's back. And not only is he back, but he's a big deckhead for the next 12 months, and I certainly do appreciate that, Uzi. You guys want to support, if you guys want to support the show, if you guys want to sign up There it is. Patreon.com/Barry on Deck. There's a $5 tier. There's a $10 tier. You get a crap ton of cool stuff and swag and bennies, and trying to come up with more stuff for you guys that are on the Patreon. So I will continue to evolve that to build more value into it for you. I promise. So for as little as $5 a month, what is that? That's less than it's a little over $1. That's $1.25 a week. For $1.25 a week, you too could support a fledgling YouTube fuckface. So here we are. All right. That is your Patreon update that I didn't get to on Friday. So big news in sports, really. Let's be real. The biggest news outside of March Madness is the retirement of Drew Brees. That was, not that it was huge news like, what? It's like a Home Alone moment. We all knew he was going to retire, but he made it official. And here's the video of how he announced his retirement. Check this out.
After 15 years in the Saints and 20 years in the NFL, our dad is finally going to retire. So we can spend more time with us. Yay!
Aw, you love to see it. One more time. We can check it out. Here we go.
After 15 years in the Saints,
okay,
20 years in the NFL,
got
our
it.
dad is finally going to retire. So we can spend more time with us. Yay!
Ah, that's super cute. But I got one question. Why didn't they let the daughter have a jersey? Well, she's two. She can't have a jersey. She probably didn't want one. It's super cute though. I love the announcement, and it kind of drives home the point as to why he retired. When you think about how much time they spend away from their families, look, nobody's gonna feel sorry for Drew Brees because all those kids that you just saw are set. Their kids are probably set as well. So nobody's, oh, that sucks, man. You mean you had to make millions of dollars and take care of your kids and only see them maybe 2 times a week? A lot of parents don't even want to see their kids 2 times a week. So, what's the difference? But it was a really cool moment. I love the video, and I love the fact that it kind of drives home why he's retiring. And to see the joy and stuff on their face was really cool. So that was Drew Brees' retirement. He wrote a goodbye letter, I guess, to a paper in New Orleans. I don't know what it was called. It was some sort of Times something or other. He said, Times Picayune, I guess is how you say it. My heart, this is the quote from Drew Brees that he wrote. My heart and mind ring with the lessons and teachings of so many in my life. My journey has included many failures, plenty of adversity, and moments of tragedy and triumph. Through it all, I've learned some valuable lessons. 1, always possess a growth mindset. I'm working on it, Drew. I'm working on it. 2, the power of the play. And 3, focus on winning at the game of life. So he went into detail on those. I'm going to spare you the rah-rah cheering section, but it is out there. It is a quote that he put, and let's be real. The one thing that stood out to me was when he said plenty of adversity. I think that all kind of happened towards the end, when Trump was in office, and the support that he did or didn't give to his teammates at certain times along the way, some of the things that he said that ended up being a little bit controversial, trying to walk those back. And there's no doubt though, as to his greatness on the field. We can talk about all the stuff and all the mistakes he made off the field, but I think there's no doubt about the greatness of Drew Brees on the field. Now, as I was sitting in bed this morning folding laundry, watching ESPN, because I'm a domesticated bitch and I love it. I'm listening to Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman scream at each other about Drew Brees. And for once, I actually agreed with Drew Brees. With Stephen A. Smith when he said that, because the question was, as you know, these debate shows need something to argue about or else they would go away. Well, the question was, is Drew Brees a, quote, all-time great? And Max Kellerman said no. And Stephen A. Smith said yes. And they had I don't know if it was Marcus Wiley or I think it might have been, it was Booger McFarland who was on with them. And they asked, what, and so Booger McFarland said yes. But Max Kellerman was like, he wasn't even the best in his era. Fair point. Tom Brady was the best in his era. And then he said, and then whenever you mentioned names in the era of Drew Brees, it was always Brady or Peyton Manning. Okay. Who else? Because you're talking about two of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. He happened to play in that era. Who else, though? I mean, usually when you made a list of the top 3 or 4 names in the sport, in the era that we exist in, Drew Brees was in that company. I didn't care. I don't care if it was after Peyton Manning or, it was always Brady, Brees. Sometimes you'd throw in Russell Wilson maybe now, or at one point Ben Roethlisberger was in the mix. Peyton Manning was there. Drew Brees was always in that conversation. And Max Kellerman's point was, well, you can't be 3rd or 4th on the list and expect to be an all-time great because there are other lists where dudes were 3rd or 4th. Here's why that's a huge hole in his argument. Because even though other players may have been 3rd or 4th and it wouldn't qualify them to be the all-time great or an all-time great, they didn't put up the kind of numbers consistently year in and year out that Drew Brees has and did. In fact, if you want to tell me you think Peyton Manning is a better quarterback than Drew Brees, I would say, okay. But you know what? The numbers don't bear that out. Statistically, Drew Brees is one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the sport, period, hands down. He belongs on the GOAT list. He belongs on the greatest list. And if you exclude him, it's only a bias that you have, and it is not based on anything he did on the field. It can't be, because the numbers do not lie. This dude was first in passing yards. He was second in passing touchdowns. He was 5th in passer rating, 2nd in passing yards per game. By the way, 3rd all time. This is now. This isn't, this is career. 3rd all time in 4th quarter comebacks. Would you have guessed that? Probably not. Most people think Elway. Most people think Manning. 3rd. There are 2 quarterbacks that have more 4th quarter comebacks in the history of the NFL than Drew Brees. So you tell me, what is your definition of greatness? His pass completion percentage, 2nd. I mean, you name it when you go up and down the list. I can go to some of these. There's only one person that has more touchdowns than Drew Brees. It's Tom Brady. He even has more than Peyton Manning. There's only one person. Let's see, passes completed. Drew Brees has the most, and it's not even close. 71, 42, 67, 78. Now, Tom's going to pass him. Who else? Let's see. Passer rating. He was 5th in passer rating. You want to hear the names ahead of Drew Brees on the passer rating list? This is going to make you sad, Texans fans. Pay attention. I don't want you to get too upset here. But here's the list. I'll go from 5 and work backwards. 5 passer rating all time, Drew Brees. 4, Russell Wilson. 3, Aaron Rodgers. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Sorry, Texas fans. Deshaun Watson is 2nd right now for career passer rating for a quarterback. And they don't want the guy because they didn't want to listen to the guy. Unbelievable. By the way, if you're wondering where Tom Brady ranks, 7th, behind Kirk Cousins. And if you want to make that argument about Peyton Manning, 11. Steve Young is ahead of him at 10. Tony Romo is 9. So Drew Brees top 5 there. I mean, we could go up and down this list. And the fact remains that Drew Brees sits there statistically in all of the important passer ratings and categories as one of the greatest all times to ever do it. Plus he won a Super Bowl. So there's that argument of, well, yeah, but they never won the big one. Well, he did that too. He did that too. So some of you might say, I don't believe he ever won an MVP. I might be wrong. I know he won I'm looking at 13-time Pro Bowl, 1-time All-Star, comeback player of the year, a couple of AP offensive player of the years, a Walter Payton, but I don't believe he ever won the MVP. And if that's the only reason you refuse to list Drew Brees among the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the sport, you're a moron. Because he did play with Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers and Peyton Manning. When you think about the status of quarterbacks that exist around Drew Brees during his career, and then you look up the numbers that he has put up in comparison to those players, I don't see how you argue any other way that he's not one of the greatest of all time. I think Max Kellerman just drew the straw and had to make the argument he wasn't. And it was stupid. Yeah, he was snubbed a couple of times. I feel like there's like a debate or an argument going on in the chat, which is cool. I'm here for it. How we doing on the Podbean side? Checking in with my my Podbean listeners. Are we good over there? Is everything running smoothly? Can you guys hear okay? Any issues? Jen said we're here. Good. Everything good on this end. Excellent. And no issues on the YouTube side, because I know you guys would tell me that. So, good. I like it. Maybe I'll work hard. We are fancy. Yes. Feel privileged. I don't know why you would. Yeah, we're going to roll this bad boy out. Okay. So I'm not doing the comment challenge, by the way. It kind of waned. I think the excitement from it. It was like, man, we had like 90 comments the first show, and then we had like 70, and then it was like 40, and it was like 20, 2 or 3 times in a row, and now it's like 3. And so I don't want to burden you with it. But if I were to do a comment challenge, it would be a very simple one. Is Drew Brees one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the sport? Yes or no? You don't even have to tell me why. And so do it in the chat. Do it in the chat. Is Drew Brees, in your opinion, one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the NFL? And when I say GOATs, I'm not talking about, oh, he's top 20. Oh, wait, I mean one of the 5 greatest quarterbacks in the history of the sport. Where would you rank him? And I didn't even Google this, but let's Google this. Ranking the greatest quarterbacks of all time. There it is. Sammy Ball. I'm going to need you to shut the fuck up, list maker. Get out of here. Here you go. Here, I'm going to share this. How old is this? June 30th. That'll do. Aaron Little said Drew Brees, one of the top 5, top 10, or top 15. Hey, I just want to say that I would like to get all of the deckheads together for an intervention because Aaron Little obviously is on crack and we need to get him some help. How do you not have him top 15? Aaron Little, just looking for a fight? Do you know how many people there are on this show from Louisiana? They are ready to stab your dumb face. What are you doing? Hal said 6 to 8 range. D-Mata said no. B-Mart said top 5. Total Dallas 5, no. TDP, yes. Okay. He's a top 10. Based on his performance, what he meant to the city of New Orleans and his leadership, he is a top 5 player of all time, in my opinion. That's Swinney, this decade of all time for the day. Mark G said, let's go. I don't even know what that means as far as Drew Brees. Tony Garza, Brady, Montana, Unitas, Manning is the Mount Rushmore. We ain't doing no Mount Rushmore talk. Terrence, yes. Total Dallas 5 to 10. Donna top 5 or top 10. P. Jones, top 5, meh. There's an argument, definitely 6 to 10. Okay. I live in the border. Saints fans aren't scary. They're bandwagoners from the time of Katrina. Damn, Aaron out here just shooting at folks. All right, let me pull this list up for you. Hold on. There we go. Let me turn off the bookmarks because you guys are weirdos. Let's get rid of this Aaron Little one. How do you make that go away? There we go. All right, yep, I don't need that. So here's your list as I scroll through. Number 20, Troy Aikman. All right. I mean, no MVPs. Definitely 3 Super Bowls. 1 Super Bowl MVP. So 20. Ben Roethlisberger, 19. Interesting. Frank Tarkenton, 18. Okay. Kurt Warner, 17. Aaron Rodgers, 16. That might be a little low. Sid Luckman. God, I hate when they do this shit. They have fucking Sid Luckman on here. The dude completed 51% of his passes and threw for 14,000 yards. Aaron Rodgers, you're telling Aaron Rodgers has thrown for 46,000 yards. Sid Luckman, Aaron Rodgers throws 14,000 in one fucking year. Sid Luckman. Yeah, House, I'm kind of with you. Fuck Sid Luckman. I don't know. He didn't do nothing to me, but Bart Starr at 14. All right. Terry Bradshaw at 13. Overrated. Overrated. Sorry. I've met Terry Bradshaw. Super great guy. What, 13th greatest quarterback of all time? Oh, really? Really? Somebody thinks very highly of Terry Bradshaw, or they're a Steelers fan. One of the two. Steve Young at number 12. Yeah, he can thank Jerry Rice for that. Number 11, Roger Staubach. I'm here for it. For sure. Number 10, Sammy Ball. Bro, I don't know why they got to bring up these old-ass quarterbacks as the greatest of all time. Maybe they were the greatest in their era, but the fact that he only threw for 21,000 yards and Drew Brees is at 50? Come on, fam. Get out of here. They have Drew Brees at number 9. Oh, excuse me. I said 50. 80,000 passing yards, right? And he's at 77 over here. So Drew Brees is 9. Dan Marino, 8. I think I'd still take Drew Brees over Dan Marino. John Elway at 7. I mean, look, I would argue with you about this, but the fact that Drew Brees had way more fourth quarter comebacks than John Elway, the comeback kid, says something to me. Brett Favre at 6. All right. Otto Graham, get the fuck out of here. Otto Graham, this bullshit. Johnny Unitas, okay. Johnny was pretty damn good. Peyton Manning at 3, Joe Montana 2, and Tom Brady 1. Now, look, I'm with you on that top 3. That top 3, there's no disputing that. Johnny Unitas 4, I'll allow it, but go ahead and fuck off with this Otto Graham at 5. Brett Favre would be 6, but I'm going to tell you right now, chat, and you can call me crazy. Brett Favre, John Elway, and maybe Drew Brees fighting for that number 5 spot. Based on what they've done on the field, statistically, you're going to have a hard time convincing me that Drew Brees wasn't as good or better than Elway and Brett Favre. Talk to me about Super Bowls. That's Elway 2 Super Bowls, 1 Super Bowl MVP. Favre with 1 Super Bowl, 11 Pro Bowls. I mean, Drew Brees has a Super Bowl. You're going to have a hard time convincing me that Drew Brees isn't better than both Favre and Elway. People love the mystique of these guys, but you got to remember what Drew Brees, not only was Drew Brees as good as he is, he's 5'3". In an era of the big quarterbacks and mobile quarterbacks, he really wasn't either. I mean, he wasn't slow like Tom Brady, but Drew Brees was a 5 foot nothing dude that stood in the pocket. Yeah, he could move a little, but that wasn't his game. What makes it even more special. Jen said, can we find another list? That was just the first one I Googled. So, I mean, I don't want to eat up a full hour of arguing about Drew Brees, because if you said he wasn't one of the greatest of all time, you're wrong. But I'm not upset if you had him top. I mean, I'm really not. Like Hal said, 6 to 8. There's cases to be made for a lot of those guys, but there are some people like Aaron Little saying not even top 15. What? Come on, fam. You're just making things up now. That's not even I mean, there are outlandish takes, and then there's just ridiculous. Saying Drew Brees isn't top 15 is ridiculous. Telling me he's not top 5, I'll allow. Outside of the top 10, we need to start talking about what you've been drinking. I mean, look, I'm looking at it statistically. This dude, how many times did he throw for 5,000 yards in a season? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times this man threw for over 5,000 yards in one season. It's pretty stout. None of those with San Diego, by the way. Aaron is the Skip Bayless of the chat. Tell you right now, Drew Brees, you heard it here first. He played with corrective shoes to raise his height. He was only 4'13". Hey, what's up, John Wessling? You raggedy bitch. Well, here comes Mr. Hollywood, gracing us with his presence in the YouTube chat. Welcome, John Wesley. Good to have you. We were just arguing the merits of Drew Brees as one of the greatest of all time. I can't wait to see the movie. You guys, Johnny filmed a movie. He is now famous and too big to hang out with us. But he has graced us with his presence, at least for one more time. So thank you, Johnny. Johnny, if you don't know, we are actually now simulcasting. John and I have had these BiffNet discussions behind the scenes, and we talked about being able to broadcast audio live, and we are doing it, my friend. I know you doubted my technical prowess, Johnny Wesley, but it is happening as we speak. There are people listening to this and not watching on YouTube. It's a fascinating thing that nobody gives a shit about. All right, so there's your Drew Brees talk. I hope you're happy. Let's see. What else is there to discuss? What on earth is this? Dave T out here with the stickers on the Twitter. Okay. Oh, shot in the Heights, not Hollywood. I mean, the Hollywood Heights, right? That's basically what the kids are calling it. Hey, do me a favor real quick. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I can say that. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. If you're listening on a podcast somewhere, come on over, fam. The water's warm. YouTube.com/Barry is funny. Just click. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to this channel. Why wouldn't you? You're supporting me. You're helping me out by just clicking the little subscribe button. I don't even give a shit at this point if you turn on notifications or not. Just subscribe already. I've got goals. My vision board has one thing on it. 10,000 subscribers. That's it. I am obsessed with 10,000 YouTube subscribers. That's it. That's it. If we hit 10,000 YouTube subscribers, I will shit my pants. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Certainly not live on air. That would be weird. But that is the goal. That is my obsession right now. I mean, yeah, I'm doing the podcast and I'm actually working on some other marketing things, but that's the goal, you guys. And I need your help. I need every one of you to send the link to the channel and the show to somebody. That's it. No, listen, Jen and I are working on something that's going to be pretty cool. So don't do it yet. I don't want you to shoot your load, your wad, whatever. Shit your pants. No, we're not going to start chanting that, John Wesley. Shit your pants. Shit your pants. I could put like a little pants cam in there right near my butthole, and you guys could be like, oh my God. It just looked like when they come and pour concrete, just come shooting out. Thank you, Justin Swinford, very much. Really appreciate that. All right, this got silly for a second. Here's your Drew Brees talk. A lot of sports in the first hour. I found this, and look, I wanted to show you my bracket. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys my Yahoo bracket. By the way, if you want to join our March Madness bracket for the show, Jen put this together. All you have to do, go to yahoo.com, and I believe it's fantasysports.yahoo.com, and sign up. The league name is Barry on Deck. The group ID is 3797. The password is Deckhead. The password is Deckhead. And when you sign up, you'll be in the mix. Now look, I'm going to give away something. I have no idea what. I mean, it could be, I don't know. There's going to be something in the mix, probably, a fancy cup or something. I don't know yet, okay? Just go sign up. If you're doing it for the swag, you're doing it for the wrong reason. You need to do it to talk shit, okay? Just that sign up. Do it so that you can talk shit to your fellow deckheads and tell them and me how fucking dumb we are. I'm trying to find I have to enter a code. Oh boy. Security these days, they're getting ridiculous with it, but it's definitely needed because some of y'all are jankety bitches that steal from people. Okay, there we go. Now I'm in. I'm going to show you guys I'm going to show y'all my bracket. Are you ready? Let's see. Where's my bracket at? Show me my bracket, bitch. Why aren't they showing me my goddamn bracket? The fanciest bracket is what my bracket's called. Okay. Look at this shit. You guys are going to, this is hysterical. This is hilarious. Actually, it's not. This is my bracket. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. No idea whatsoever. I'm thinking about changing this Villanova pick, though, because I have Villanova beating Michigan. Now, mind you, I chose Michigan only because if you have 5 Michigan players next to each other, it spells I bet you didn't know that, did you? When they all have the M on and you put them side by side, basketball. Now look, I got U of H getting bounced by Illinois, Michigan beating Texas. So I had U of H, sorry. I had U of H beating Illinois, getting to the Final Four. So my Final Four was Kansas, Michigan, Villanova, and Houston. I know, Donna. I doubt it too. But you know what? That's why I had them beating them at the buzzer, 75-74. I don't even know how good Villanova is this year, if I'm being honest. I know in that bracket, U of H is probably the best. I know that people said Michigan is scary, Gonzaga is super scary, and I don't know why I had Kansas beating Gonzaga. I should change that. Let's go chalk, shall we? And then I'm going to have Michigan beat Gonzaga. Yeah, that still works. That still works. What do you got? Houston? Should I have Houston beating Villanova? I don't know any of this shit. I was like, the only reason I would vote Oral Roberts is because it's the name Oral. Let's be real on that. I don't know. Some of these names, I'm like, really? I know that there's always these smaller schools like mid-tier, 10 through 13 that'll jump up and surprise some folks. So I tried to mix a few of those in. Too many. I had Colgate just because I love their toothpaste. I think that college makes the best toothpaste out there. I mean, way better than Aquafresh University. And there's no way Aquafresh University would ever advance to the Sweet 16, much less the field of 32. But yeah, I definitely went Colgate. And then I had, Liberty. Just because, God damn it, this is America. And without a Liberty, there is no America. So I rocked a Liberty for that. I feel like a 9-year-old that picks horses because that horse has a pretty thing over its saddle. Georgetown, because, listen, if I'm going to go to a town, it could be named after George. I'd be good with that. I swear to you, this would be like if my wife picked, she'd be like, oh, I love Colorado in the spring. Let's go with Colorado. What? St. Bonaventure? Oh my God, I've always wanted to go to the Bahamas. No, babe, that's not in the Bahamas. St. Bonaventure is a college. That's not an island in the Caribbean. What? But it sounds pretty. I'd be like, babe, what about TXSO? She'd be like, what? No, I got my glasses there once. It was terrible. No, babe, that's Texas Southern. No, that's definitely TSO. That's like Texas State Optical, and they're awful. No thanks. Which is kind of really, if I'm being honest, it's kind of how I chose a lot of this bracket. Let's be real. It's a goddamn mess. I mean, look, Jen was talking shit about Ohio State. I know that Ohio State is a player now. Ohio players. But I don't know. Tech might actually beat them. I was looking for, there was somebody. What's his name? What's the other dude that screams at everybody? It's ridiculous, baby. Shock and I did an appearance with him once at Hooters, and he could not have been more douchey. Dick Vitale. Oh, man. I'm not saying he's a douche, but he could be a flavor of the water or something. It was kind of ridiculous. I mean, it was cool at the time because I was just doing Sunday radio only. But it was like, Mr. Vitale will now do your... Oh, really? Because we've been fucking sitting here for 2 hours waiting on him. It's a dipsy-doo dunkaroo with the wings, baby! God. I'm sure he's a swell fella, but he wasn't to us that day. So, listen, when you're a dick to me, I don't care. You get one chance. Jeremy Piven, if you're a dick to me, fuck you for life. That's just how I am. Donna said he is I'm a douchebag, baby. Yeah. Oh, that's a smart one. Steven the Weather Guy, I always do a bracket with a random generator to select teams. Always interesting. I'd love to know statistically how that works for you, Uzi. Does it actually, have you ever had a deep run? Wallace Wilt said, what's the bracket info again? Oh, I see how it is, Wallace. You saw my stupid ass picture. I'm in. I'm gonna fuck this bracket up. If that's the kind of shit I'm up against. Here you go. Yahoo.com is the bracket. No, Barry on Deck is the bracket. Yahoo.com is the website. Group ID is 3797. The password is dead. There you go. Yahoo.com, Barry on Deck, 3797. Password Deckhead. See ya. I don't know why I had to do all radio voice bullshit on that. Yeah, that Jeremy Piven story. Fuck that dude. Is there something to eat around here? I don't know, bro. There's a cafe. Do I look like I want it? Well, then Google it, bitch. All right. I think that was it. Did I miss any sleepers? I mean, I had North Carolina beating Wisconsin, 1 because Michael Jordan and 2 because fuck Joel. He's going to be like, really, Barry? First, somebody's going to tell him, Barry said fuck Joel, knowing I'm joking. So I'm going to get 2 texts. One of them is, why you hating on my Badgers? And 2 is, really? Fuck Joel? And then I'm going to have to walk it back and explain it all. But I feel like, not that they're a sleeper, but I'm really looking forward to U of H doing some damage. If they don't, God damn it! I mean, it's whatever if they don't. Let's be honest. Who was the other sleeper? There was one. Oh, I know who he said. Dick Vitale said Michigan State is a sleeper. The reason he said that is because in Big Ten play, they beat up on 3 top 10 teams in a row. So I don't even see where they're at here. Oh, they're in the play-in game. So he's like, I know they're the play-in, baby, but they beat some good teams. I hope UCLA beats them just because he's a dick. Do they have the autofill? Is that what it is? Where not autofill, I know what it is, but do they do it where it's just random numbers generated? I don't know how it works. I'm by no means an expert. All right. There's my bracket. Everybody happy? So sign up. This is the point of all this. Sign up. You just yahoo.com, Barry on Deck, 3797. Deckhead is the password. The password is Deckhead. And then I don't know what I'm going to give you yet if you win, but you'll get something. I don't know. Okay? Calm down. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the goddamn channel, what are you waiting on, you rascal? Get in there and subscribe on the YouTubes. What is this? Leave the site. I didn't save my changes. Fuck. Oh, shit. Well, there goes that. Bitch. How we doing on the Podbean? I don't know if they give away, they call them beans, like magic beans. Hey, Total Dallas, my friend, you are the man. Look at Total Dallas. You guys, if I was in charge of the Y Factor, I would give him a free circumcision just for reminding me to do reads. Hey, it is still March, and part of the craziness of March is finishing the job. That is the whole point of March, right? Isn't it really finish the job? You know, your wife, your girlfriend, the woman in your life, she has been grinding it out on the birth control month after month, year after year. Why don't you give her a break? Why don't you step up and be a man? And by being a man, I mean get your man stuff fixed. Go to the Y Factor and get a no scalpel vasectomy. She doesn't have to mess with the hormones and the pills and the IEDs or whatever they're called. None of that anymore. It's a no scalpel vasectomy. It's done by the Y Factor. It takes less than 15 minutes. You're back to work the next day. No needles, no scalpels. virtually pain-free. Look, our buddy, our friend, our pal, the deckhead, the Reverend Lord Chris Householder III, he went to the Y Factor and got a no-scalpel vasectomy. He said there was some minor discomfort, but that was about it. And he bragged and he raved to me about their communication both before and after the procedure. It's easy, it's painless, and look, guys, they care about you. You're not just a number. You're not just hey, let's get them in and get their insurance money and get them out. No, my friend. I actually went to the Y Factor before they were a sponsor of this show. This was back when I was at ESPN. They took care of me. They treated me well. That's why I'm excited they're on board. And look, some of you got a lot of kids, okay? Enough's enough. Look, we all love you, but we don't need any more of you. So why don't you go to the Y Factor right now and hashtag finish the job. It's theyfactor.com or call them 832-210-2556, 832-210-2556, or log on to theyfactor.com. Appreciate you, Total Dallas. I'll do the Dans in the second hour. Knock that out over there. Luis Alea said, do we have to download an app live podcast? I'm at work and want to listen on there. Yes, you can go to Podbean or just download the Podbean app. There is a podbean.com, but you can download their app to listen live. Now, we're on iTunes. We're on Spotify. We're going to be on Pandora. We're going to be on Google Podcasts. We're on iHeartRadio. We're literally anywhere you get your podcast. I'm on shit I've never heard of. We're on like Amazon's podcasting, whatever it is. Wherever you get your podcasts, you'll be able to find Barry on Deck. So you can listen after the show anytime. You won't even need to go to YouTube. I mean, I would appreciate it if you still subscribed and watched. Here's the thing, and I'm just going to level with and be honest with you. If you asked me, Barry, would you rather me listen on YouTube or would you rather watch and listen on YouTube or listen on Podbean? I'd rather you be on YouTube. I want to keep these numbers up and keep grinding on it. But I understand some of you have jobs. I understand some of you are driving around and your phone is weird and when you shut it off, it shuts off. And I get that, which is why I found this solution. But my number one choice for you, hit me up on the tubes. Get with me on the tubes. Put me in your tube or get in my tube, whatever it is. I don't know how it works. You know what I'm saying? That would be the right one on Podcast Arena.
Pull up your pants, take off the bra, and be a man.
You raggedy bitch. All right, let's get to a break. I have to pee. I'm going to go take a nap. If you need, you got 5 minutes. If you got to poop or smoke a cigarette or pee, whatever it is you do during the break, please go do that. I unfortunately failed you guys today. I don't have a funny, catchy break video for you. So it's just going to be watching a screen. But do me a favor. There are 55 of you on YouTube, and there are 6 of you that I've shared the link with on the Podbean app. Don't leave me, you raggedy bitch. If you leave me, you better come back in 5 minutes. That's all I'm going to say. When I get back, there better be 54 people. Damn, we already lost one. There better be 54 people in the chat. 53? Fuck you, pal. Hey, I don't know who just left. You're a dick. All right, we're back in 5 minutes. Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Stick around. I'll see you in a sec. 2 of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Not bad, people. We left at 54. We're back at 51. Yes. Congratulations. Thank you so much for those of you that stuck around. Those of you that left can go fuck yourselves, you raggedy whores. Why would you do that? Why would you leave? A man can't go during his own show. Is this how it works in radio? When we would go to a commercial, would everybody just turn their goddamn radio off? Is that how it works? I mean, I get it. It's whatever. Hey, I turned the light. It went off again. I just turned the goddamn light on for the Oliver picture. I got to get a better light. Whatever. Hey, man, second hour of the show starts now. Not a lot of sports left to discuss on my end, but we do have a lot to get to. I want to talk a little bit about a couple of things that I didn't get to last time. One of them was kind of interesting. Somebody sent me a tweet. This is where, if you're on the podcast right now, you're going to need to go to YouTube to see these pictures. So if you're listening later, youtube.com/Barry is funny. This is a visual show. You should be, if at all possible, watching, listening, and so forth on YouTube, but podcast is always an option. So this is one of those visual portions of the show, and this was a question of, if you had to pick one of these items, let's say your great aunt is passing away. I don't even know what a great aunt is, if I'm being honest. I don't know how that works. But let's say your great aunt passed away, and you have to keep one of the following pieces of furniture in your house. I want to know which one you're picking. All right. Here is number one. There's this chest of drawers. It looks like something out of Alice in Wonderland. Right? That's okay. So there's one. Why am I got to get off this laptop. I saw you guys saying that the audio is skipping. My mouse is freezing up. Son of a bitch, can we do this? I may have to make this work tonight. I may have to just get it done. All right. So, yes, please. No, we're not done. See? It's not finished yet. So that's number one. The chest of drawers. Number two, by the way, growing up, I used to call it a Chester drawers. Like Chester, not a chest of drawers. Like it was a chest full of drawers. It was a Chester drawers. Also, I thought it was called a Chester drawers because that's where you kept your underwear. Yeah, Chester drawers. Yeah. Thank you, Donna. I don't feel like such a moron. Donna said she called it a Chester drawers also. Chest of drawers is the actual name, I believe. All right, so that is number one. Number two on the list, if you didn't want to go with this sassy, as Dandy Dan put it, if you didn't want to go with this sassy chest of drawers, how about a scorpion chair? Huh? I mean, that's a fancy leather chair right there. It's kind of like, it's like Game of Thrones meets a movie that The Rock made or whatever. What I'm curious of is the one random flip-flop under the chair. What's up with the one random? Is that a victim? Is that what happened? Like she walked up, she's like, oh, this is a nice snap, and then got fucking killed by the scorpion chair? Fidel's like, that's a pretty baller ass chair. No, that's not baller. It's creepy shit. Hal said that chair woodwork is ridiculous. I mean, it's intricate, but it's not the most intricate thing I've ever seen in my life. It's pretty cool. I could see this in a man cave. I mean, Nora's definitely not letting me put this in the house. Like, this isn't going to be a centerpiece in the living room. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of neat, though, although it does look like it's wearing boots in the front. And I know that that's its little scorpion feet. But doesn't that front one look like a cowboy boot a little bit? And then the other front leg looks like a horse hoof or a cow hoof? I don't know. I'm just still curious what happened to the lady that was a flip-flop. Is she okay? Did someone send help? Who knows? All right, so that's number two. Number Chester drawers. Number two, scorpion chair. Number three, speaker box. It's a duck. Nope, it's a speaker box. It's a speaker box that looks like a duck. It's a speaker box with a weird mouth. It's like the worst Instagram model ever. It's the worst duck face looking dumb speaker box in the history of dumb speaker boxes. So that's number 3. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to make it look like a duck. So you guys haven't even seen number 4 yet. There's one more. Stop making your decision until you know all the options. So that's number 3. So number 1, chest of drawers. Number 2, scorpion chair. Number 3, duck box. Number 4, bear hammock. I don't know why I like this so much. Holy fuck, I would love this in my, like, look, some of you that chose speakers are like, wait a minute. You mean I can sleep in a bear's stomach? Yeah, it's almost like you're recreating Star Wars where you're sleeping in a tom or whatever the fuck it's called. Tom was a GPS, right? A tauntaun? What was those things that they slept in? Wasn't it a tauntaun where they cut his guts open and used his innards to warm them? I thought it was a tauntaun. Was it not? Cece said, was my great aunt on PCP? Did she have all, first of all, why did she have all of this shit in her house? Okay, so it was a tauntaun. See, so that's what it reminded me of. Oh, no wonder I couldn't find it. I spelled it. Never mind. I certainly didn't spell it like that, PK. I feel like, so those are your options. There's this bear hammock. I mean, it's got a nice looking pillow and it's got, I don't know. I mean, the fur keeps you warm. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. The Chester drawers, the scorpion chair. Did y'all hear my stomach growl? It sounded like thunder. The duck box, or the bear hammock. So I want to know, now that you know all 4 options, and again, if you're not listening, if you're listening on the podcast and you're not on YouTube, you need to get on YouTube so you can see these. They're worth the click alone. Are you going chest of drawers, scorpion chair, duck box, bear hammock? Which one? Donna said, is there a 5th choice? No, Donna, this is all you get. This is all your crazy great aunt left you. You can only get one, though. What's up, Jasper, you handsome rascal? Thanks for being here. Yeah, you can't see me, Jasper, but I am super handsome. I'm fat. Anyways, we're going over a Jasper. Since you showed up late to class, you're tardy. You have to pick one of these 4, Jasper. Are you going Chester drawer, scorpion chair, duck box, or bear hammock? So Jeremy's going speaker box. Katie's going scorpion chair. Truck driver Pookie's going scorpion chair. Fidel said, I like jamming out. So the duck speaker box. Chest her drawers for Cece. Wallace Wilt is going bear hammock. Chris is all manly, going bear hammock. Who else? Marcia's going number 1. Okay. Jasper already chose. He said scorpion chair. Got it. PK said bear cubby all day. See, all of these, I think, well, I should say there are 3 of these that look like they belong in a man cave, right? Like I could see the speaker box. I could see the bear and the scorpion chair in a man cave. The Chester drawers would go in a kid's room. You'd paint it pink and she'd be like, I love Alice in Wonderland. I'd be like, shut up. Your great aunt gave you that. She don't even know what the fuck Alice in Wonderland was. She was crazy because she had too much money and she smoked crack for a living. And that's why she had this shit in her house or whatever. But the other 3 are man cave worthy. I think we can all that. So because of that, here's what, let me eliminate first of all. The Chester drawers is stupid. If you chose that, you're a weirdo. I dig the bear hammock. I like it. I see its purpose. It's just not, I mean, like the bear hammock is for 2 things, napping and reading. And I hate reading. And I love napping, but I'm a tosser and a turner. And you're not tossing and turning in a bear belly. That's just not a thing. You're not flipping and a flopping and a rolling and a moving inside of a bear's stomach. So I don't think I can nap in there. So for that reason, I'm out. This just turned into Shark Tank. So I've eliminated the chest of drawers. I've eliminated the bear hammock. We're down to the speaker box and the scorpion chair. This is a tough call. I'm going to go scorpion chair. Here's why. I like the speaker box, but it looks a little too childish. And I'm going to already have in-wall speakers in my imaginary man cave. I'm not going to need a box out in the middle. What is this, the 1980s? What do I have, a big fucking TV on that wood TV that had the record player on top? And then when it quit, you just bought another TV and put it on that TV? You know what I'm talking about? It had the big wooden poles on it. Why do you need poles on a TV, Frank? What are you doing? Get your shit together and get a normal TV. I don't even know who Frank is. Probably my great uncle. Anyways, so since my speakers are in the wall in my man cave that doesn't exist, I'm going scorpion chair. Couple reasons here. One, it's going to be dark in the man cave, and it goes with that motif. Number B, it's manly as shit. Name something more manly than a fucking scorpion chair. I mean, granted, a bear's belly is pretty dope, but a scorpion chair? Are you shitting me? You walk in, everyone knows that's a man cave as soon as you see that chair. I mean, a little duck speaker box. You can be like, is this a children's record room? What is this? Scorpion chair. Ain't fucking around. It's got a very Game of Thrones vibe to it, and I dig that. And C, it looks kind of comfortable. The leather on it, let's be real. The leather on the scorpion chair, where is it? It looks pretty comfy, actually. I could game in that, I believe. I feel like I could game in that chair. What would be dope if it reclined? Like if all folded down and you could lay on it. That would be fucking really cool. But I could game in that chair. I could be comfy, I think. So I'm going scorpion chair. That's my choices. Call me crazy. What? Aaron Little said the duck box looked childish, but the scorpion chair looks like teenage angst. No. The chair looks like it would stab you in the fucking throat for making that comment. You'd be like, that chair looks scary. What the fuck was that? Yeah, that's the scorpion chair, bitch. Say something else about it. Fuck around and just have a flip-flop left, just like in the seat. You know what? Now we know what happened, why that's just a flip-flop left. She probably walked up and was like, this chair looks like teenage angst. Stab that bitch in the neck. Gone. Dead. All that's left is a flip-flop. Shouldn't have talked shit. Shouldn't have said anything bad about the scorpion chair. Mark said, I got to go bear for obvious reasons. Yeah. Okay, Chicago guy. What's more manly than sleeping in a damn bear? No, don't get me wrong. My second option would be the bear hammock. But again, I'm a tosser and a turner. This is my personal choice. I can't sleep in that bear. If you're just, if you're dead man style, you ever met those people where they don't roll? I mean, I'm a side sleeper. I'm a stomach sleeper. I'm vacillating back and forth. That sounds like a dirty word. I got to roll on one side because I got that deviated septum and it opens up the airways, and then the other one clogs. You got to flip back over to the other side and open up that airway. Anybody else do that? I like the bear hammock. It's not functional for me. But I could sit there and watch movies and play video games and, whatever else you do in a man cave. I don't have one right now, so I don't really know I don't know what else you do in a man cave. But I know I could do it in that scorpion chair. So Dan said, true, I can see that chair in an emo band's music video. Jeremy Vinegar said, it would just disappoint you like they do, Mark. Oh, that's a good point. CZ said, I would flip the scorpion chair upside down, though. CC. You dirty girl, you. Girls go play Mommy's napping in her bear. Oh, that's good shit. All right. There's your furniture quiz. I forget who sent that to me. PK, did you send that to me? Somebody sent me as a topic, and I just didn't get to it last week. Yeah, see? You ain't got all your periphery. You only got one side. Somebody could be in the room fucking around, getting all in your mix. You don't even know it. Got to have my periphery available. It was PK. That's good shit. Somebody that I think Eric Resendez sent me this next topic, but I know some of you are big time gamblers. Some of you just like going to casinos and stuff. They are, as they do every year, they've put another, more lawmakers. This time they have more backing from bigger casinos, but they're trying to push through legislation to open up gambling in the state of Texas. And I'm here for it. I think it would be great. Here's why. Not only do I think it could get some revenue in the state, but you know what? It keeps revenue in the state and it creates jobs. Because if you think about that, a lot of us have to drive to Louisiana to go get our gamble on, or we fly to Vegas. And if there were casinos available for you to do those things, you're keeping more money in the state. And Lord knows we don't need them raising property taxes anymore. So legislation was filed by Representative John Kumpel. Well, rude. The dude's name is Kumpel. If your name is Kumpel, you're not getting anything passed in the legislation. I can promise you that. They're like, all right, next up to the podium is Representative Kumpel. No, we didn't ask for a yay or nay vote yet. Yeah, I'm gonna go no to Kumpel. What the fuck? I'm sorry, Kumpel. No, nay. I'm a nay. Anytime Kumpel has anything, can the secretary put me down as a nay for anything Kumpel has? He's out of Seguin. And then Senator Carl Alvarado is a Democrat from Houston in the Senate. They put forth this legislation that would offer casino licenses. Here's the interesting thing, and I'm not going to read it word for word, but basically what it means is they're going to allow destination resorts in the 4 largest cities in the state. So Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and Austin would all have like a destination resort license that you could get and create a casino. Then it would establish the gaming commission that would regulate the casinos and separately legalize sports betting. So again, I mean, we're all doing this anyways. Not all of us. We're doing a lot of this. But we're going elsewhere to do it. We're either doing it illegally over the internet, or we're going to Vegas, or we're going to Louisiana, or we're going to the Coshada and Oklahoma. I mean, it's time Texas stepped forward into the fucking 21st century. Legalize weed, legalize gambling. Let's all be degenerates. And I promise you, you're not going to have an increase in crime. Now, you may have some more broke ass people, but the revenue that this state would generate, we'd be able to fix our fucking power grid. We'd be able to fix our roads and bridges. We'd be able to pay teachers more money. Holy shit. Why wouldn't you do this? Why? That's exactly right. It does give local jobs. I mean, mob guys got to eat too, you know. So Kumpel is the vice chair of the House Licensing and Administrative Procedure Committee. That sounds like a waste. It's not the Licensing and Administration Committee. It's the Procedures for Licensing and Administration. Jesus. The Las Vegas Sands, by the way, is the big casino that's helping support this. So I was trying to see. Oh, they would have secondary markets too. So this is where the interesting part is. The full casino legalization would also extend to the state's 3 federally recognized Native American tribes at their reservations in El Paso, Eagle Pass, and Livingston. They are currently able to offer limited gaming. It says the destination resort license would be considered Class 1. The legislation would then create a Class 2 license for limited casino gaming at horse tracks in Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, and San Antonio. So you'd have the destination resorts where you'd go on and get a full-fledged Vegas experience. And then you could go to the racetrack and do some limited casino gaming. After that, there would be 2 Class 3 licenses, which would be made available for similarly limited casino gaming at Greyhound tracks in Corpus Christi and Harlingen. So they're trying to spread it around a little bit and give everybody a little chunk and a little taste. I don't know why they got to make it so complicated. Can you just say, yeah, you can open casinos in Texas. Do it. And then everybody can do what the fuck they want to do. I mean, isn't this a red state? Don't we believe a free society? America, do what you want. Let's do it then. Same thing with weed. I mean, the income that this state would generate from legalizing weed would be ridiculous. Now I don't see why they won't do it. Justin said if this bill passed, Tillman's going to need a plumbing team for his busted pipes. Oh, man. His basement's going to flood so bad, it's going to be ridiculous. I'm here for it, though. Here's the problem. I've lived in this state my entire life. I'm born and raised in Texas, never anywhere else. Born and raised in Houston, never lived anywhere else. I feel like we always get a little closer, but it's never really a reality. It always seems out of reach. So this happens every year. There's a new bill that goes before the legislation, but all these goddamn morality people, all these people that love to tell us all how to live our life and then are secretly doing the dirtiest shit behind our backs that they eventually get busted for, are the ones that are telling us why we can't do the shit we want to do. Well, you can't smoke weed. Why? Well, because it's dangerous. So I can just get drunk and drive. Oh, well, I mean, yeah. But Nancy Reagan said it was bad. Well, fuck Nancy, with all due respect. She needed to smoke a joint and chill the fuck out. Weed ain't a big deal. But you can't gamble. Why not? I can go to Vegas and gamble. Do I come back a fucking criminal? No, I just had to pay more money to go spend more money and put it in another state. So stop telling me how to live my life, fuckers. Let me smoke my weed and waste my $30 at a slot machine and leave me the fuck alone. All right. This message brought to you by Go Fuck Yourself campaign. That would be my campaign. The Go Fuck Yourself campaign. There was one other thing. Oh, I don't really have I will get to that in a second. I want to talk about these slang words. There was this, I've been meaning to do this story forever. I'm not the coolest cat in the world. I'm pretty hip though. I mean, let's be real. No cap. I'm pretty fresh. I mean, I'm pretty much on fleek. You know what I'm saying? Like, the kids see me and they're like, what? His roof is on fire. I know. I mean, it's what I do. I'm a cool cat. What can I say? You know what I'm saying? I'm hip. Thank you. Yeah, I get litty. Anyways, this is the hidden story. So this is going to be a little more detail. Okay. Your kids, wait a minute. Total Dallas, your kids don't think I'm hip? What do they know? I'm the coolest cat in the whole ice factory. All right, so this is the story behind some of the most... Pete Jones is like, oh my God. Mark G said, remember when I said that slaps? Yeah, Barry, that's you right now. I know, I'm just slapping the shit out of stuff. I'm all slapped up. I'm slapped up. What can I say? I mean, what do you want? I'm slapped. If there was ever a person that was slappified, come on, fam. I'm slapped up. I'm slappity. You know, I don't know how this works. All right, so here's some slang words and how they got started. Katie's like, Bear, we gotta talk about this. My kids think you cuss too much. Oh, by the way, that's not me farting. That was the chair, just so we're clear. It sounded like a fart. There you go. See, I didn't shit my pants, Westling. She says slappity. I'm using that one, pimp. Right on, player. Your kids think I cuss too much, Katie? I think a lot of people think I cuss too much. I'm just, I mean, I could fake it. I faked it every day on the radio, but you get the raw and real Barry on Deck. None of that watered down bullshit. Sorry. None of that watered down cow manure. If you want a show that's slaptified, you got to have a little, curse words in there. That's what I should have called the show. Barry on fucking Deck. Okay. All right, the word frenemies. That's the first one. Long before the much analyzed relationship between Taylor Swift and Perry became grist for Page Six, a famous newspaper columnist in 1953 used it. Walter Winchell. Me and Walter are pretty much the coolest. But this is what he said. How's about calling the Russians our frenemies? Despite the changed spelling, the sentiment is still the same. So frenemies was first used in 1953. So yeah, stop acting like you're so fucking cool because you're like, we're frenemies. Yeah, well, Walter Winchell says you're stealing his shit. Back off. All right, the term booty call. Anybody want to take a guess at where this term came from? Anybody know? Anybody? Anyone? Come on, chat. How do you think the word, what was the origin of booty call? Was it a movie? Was it a comedian? Was it a rapper, R&B person? Or was it a preacher? It was a fart. That is not, oh my God, Fidel. Marcia said it was a bird. Oh my God, look over there. It's a blue-chested crow. Let's call it. Give it the booty call. What does CC say? Something piratey. No, not pirates. Not a movie. No cursing while in line at Chick-fil-A. Oh, well, are you in line right now, Total Dallas? Hey, this light-skinned fella just farted, everybody. I hope they heard that. I'm sure you turn it down. I mean, if you get in line while I'm on, and you don't have me turned down, you're a fucking idiot. Because you know I'm going to say some inappropriate shit at some point. So the booty call, the song booty, he's calling me a son of a bitch. The song booty call from hip hop duo Deuce. Huh? Yeah, I wonder if it's like dropping a deuce. Came out in 1993. Deuces and Creo D Darlington. I thought it was Creole, but it's Creo D. Said that in the mid-1980s, he and his friends used payphones to, quote, call that booty. I don't know why that makes me think of Pops, John Witherspoon. I feel like that's some shit he would say. He'd be like, you doing one of them booty? You calling that booty? You calling that booty, boy? Did you call it booty? Did you call it booty? You're not supposed to booty call. You're supposed to call that booty. It says later they shortened it to making booty calls. To Keisha Buford, the co-screenwriter on the 1997 movie Booty Call, said that in the early 80s, he and his pals would make what they called late night booty calls from bar phones. What? As for the word booty call, that goes way back to the Elizabethan era. It was slang for genitalia. What the fuck? A play on body. Really? Oh, the word booty. Not booty call. The word booty. My bad. The word booty goes back to okay. Whatever that fucking, the lesbian era. So booty is slang for genitalia. So they used to call booty was body. Interesting. Let's see. Bluetooth. You ever wonder where the word Bluetooth came from? A Smurf's dentist? Okay, I'll fuck off. Bluetooth, the wireless technology. I want to move this over. I kind of want to look at the screen while I read these. I feel like that would be, oh, good. And of course the mouse stops working again. So Bluetooth says the wireless technology that we all take for granted was named for a 10th century Scandinavian king who united Denmark and Norway. King Bluetooth. It was just a jokey placeholder, said Keys, but the name stuck. That king was nicknamed Bluetooth for his tooth so decayed that it looked blue. Y'all, she got it fixed, but Cece used to be Bluetooth. She was Queen Bluetooth. But not anymore. She got them pretty pearlies now. House Barry is stealing your material. Fuck you, man. Stealing nobody's stupid ass, dumb, idiot jokes. Make my own ass, dumb, idiot jokes. She's like, I knew it. I knew it was coming. No, I'm serious though, fam. I got one of these teeth in here. It's like all the enamel's worn off. I'm about to be King Bluetooth. Don't worry. This will be Barry on tooth. Be about to be Barry out of teeth. I'm telling you, I'm nervous. As soon as I get done with this show, 30 more minutes, I am literally clicking in and I'm calling a dentist because I got to get this bad boy fixed. Is this right here? It's that one. It don't look right. Something wrong with it. So he said I had hillbilly meth mouth, but I'm clean now. I know. All right, the word tabloid. Here's another one. The type of newspaper that's more compact than its broadsheet rivals and more clever and fun with its headlines got its name from a medicine. In the 1880s, a British company came out with a medicine compressed into a tablet with the trademark name tabloid. The smaller size compressed papers took on the description tabloid. Huh? There's other ones on here. Like none of these really interest me. The word wimp. Okay. In the 1890s, so this is where the slang word wimp came from. In her 1897 fairy tale collection, British children's book author Evelyn Sharp introduced a group of children who pulled pranks on others, but broke into tears when the same was done to them. She called them the Wimps, W-Y-M-P-S. Before long, this term respelled to W-I-M-P-S, Wimps, and was applied to all manner of feckless individuals. The hell does feckless mean? What is feckless? That sounds like a scat thing. Feckless. Oh, lacking initiative. Definitely not scat. Lacking initiative or strength of character. Irresponsible. Really? That's feckless? I'll be damned. There's nylon. There's saran wrap. There's the Big Bang, where that word came from. No one gives a shit. Robot. You ever wonder where the term robot? I feel like it would be short for robotics, right? We can thank an early 20th century Czech playwright and his artist brother for this one. In a sci-fi play, Karel Čapek wrote in 1920, work is done by manufactured beings. According to Keys, Čapek complained to his brother Joseph that he couldn't think of a name for these creatures, so Joseph said robot off the Czech word robota for involuntary worker. The play that became RUR was called Rosam's Universal Robots. See, I always thought it was like robotics thing, but this dude came up with the word robot and then they started to make robots. Pretty interesting. Originally intended, this is the word guy. Like, what's up, guy? What's up, fella? Buddy, guy, buddy, guy. Originally intended as an insult, the term guy comes from Guy, who was convicted and sentenced to death for his part in plots to blow up Britain's House of Lords. Back then, such miscreants became known as guys. Later in the colonies, however, guy became synonymous with chap, bloke, or fellow. Hello. Hello, guy. What? Guy? Among Americans, a regular guy was an admirable person. Okay. All right, I'm going to need you guys to be mature about this next one. Are you ready? The term knickerbockers. Be very careful. Cece said I can't do it. I'm just telling you now. Don't make me speak out of turn here, people. I'll fuck around and get canceled on accident. The name, yes, the Pants, not the new basketball team. Although, what a stupid name. Let's think about that for a second. If Knickerbockers are pants, you just named your team the New York Pants. Hey, this week the New York Pants are playing the Chicago Trousers. Fucking dumb. The name of the local basketball team that plays in Madison Square Garden has a link to the post. The October 26, 1809 issue of the New York Evening Post had a notice with the headline, Distressing. D-I-S-T-R-E-S-S-I-N-G. Distressing. It told the tale of a, quote, small elderly gentleman named Diedrich Knickerbocker, who disappeared from a Mulberry Street hotel, leaving his possessions. I don't know why I'm slowly fading into a British accent. Leaving his possessions and unpaid bill behind. That included a manuscript on the history of New York, which when published, it all turned out to be a hoax by Washington Irving, who wrote the farcical history book. Since the rambunctious tone affected by Diedrich Knickerbocker so successfully captured the voice of a certain type of New Yorker, these lively citizens became known as Knickerbockers. What? Oh, so it's not, the trouser is just the first part. There's no bocker if you're talking about the pants. The pants are just knickers. Yeah, I think that's enough. Fuck around and nope. Oh shit, I just unplugged my headphones. Hey, how are we doing on the live podcast, kids? We doing good? Everybody's still there. 6 people still there. Still good. They have look, I'll show you what this looks like on my end. If you give a shit, maybe you don't. Here you go. See, they even have this engagement thing. So while you're over here, I don't know what the heart really, I think if you guys can, it's like if you're watching Facebook, you can leave hearts or whatever, and it'll show you who has the most engagement. So obviously it's going to get rid of amongst the deckheads, but that's what it looks like. But yeah, there's a little chat window over there, and there's this engagement thing. So I don't know what that means, but then you can see, like, you can kind of see there's the 7 pod beans that KD left. Thank you, buddy, for the 7 pod beans. But that's kind of like bits on Twitch. Same thing. Okay. There's that. So, oh yeah, I'm glad you said something, Fidel. I almost forgot. We got to do some lawn people. I was supposed to do lawn talk on Friday. We got busy with Jerome and everything else. So, God damn it, let's do it. All right, lawn talk. We didn't do it Friday. A couple of you had some pretty good questions in regards to your lawns and what do we do after this freeze and everything else. So let's get to them right away. First question was from Steven the Weather Guy. Hashtag lawn talk. What is one lawn tool you recommend to everyone aside from the obvious, like a lawnmower? Well, yeah, like obviously you want to have a mower, a weed eater, whatever. And I could say blower, but you can sweep. Don't be a lazy hoe. I would say that for me, the tool I use the most and I recommend is get you a good hose-in sprayer. This will save you so much when it comes to your lawn. You can feed your lawn this way. You can kill bugs this way. You can kill weeds this way. You can put out molasses. You can fertilize. You can put out stuff that will cure fungus. A lot of times when you're trying to use granules to do stuff, it can take too long, especially when it comes to fungus. Now, if you're doing preventative stuff, sure. But most of us don't do the preventative stuff like we're supposed to. So you could literally, in one weekend with that one tool, you could go out and get liquid molasses and spray it. You could put out a herbicide and like Weed Beater Ultra and kill all the weeds. You could put out a bug killer to kill grubs and chinch bugs or whatever else you get. And then you could put out a fungus killer. I mean, you could do all that with that one attachment, and your lawn, if you do it right and you do it when you need to, your lawn will look amazing. So yeah, you need to mow and weed eat and all that shit, but you should have all those. Get a good hose end sprayer. Now on Friday, I left a link to this one, which is the one I use. I really like this one. It's super easy to use. The dial is easy and it holds up pretty well. I have a lot of problems with it. I'll find it and repost it here under the description of this show as well. But it is on the Friday show because I plan to talk about it. So there's the one lawn tool I recommend everybody get. Get a good hose end sprayer and start using chemicals on your lawn. And whether they be organic like molasses or herbicides to kill weeds. And it'll be a lifesaver for you. And I see CC was like, why remind him, Fidel? So there's that. Now, next one was Rick C had a question. What is the best time of year to plant fruits and vegetables? Which is a really good question. And it's a really kind of shitty answer, Rick. It really comes down to what are you planting? So there are warm season fruits and warm season vegetables, really. Fruits are usually going to be spring, summer-ish. But there are some vegetables that are hardy year round. There are some that are susceptible to heat. There are some that are susceptible to cold. So you really, it'll tell you when you're like, oh, I want to plant broccoli. It'll tell you, hey, this is the ideal time to plant. So really it just depends on what it is you want to grow. It'll determine when you should probably plant it. Now, most people will just plant in the spring no matter what. That's obviously the growing season. And we are dead ass in the middle of spring right now. So if you're thinking about a garden or you're thinking about planting trees or bushes or replacing some of the stuff that froze and died, now's a good time. Get out there this weekend and get it done. D-Mana said, lawn talk, why should you not overseed? Well, here's the thing. You don't overseed St. Augustine to begin with. There is no seeds for St. Augustine. Now, some people will tell you in the winter, you overseed by using what's called winter rye. The problem with overseeding St. Augustine is that whatever it is that you seed is going to compete with the existing St. Augustine grass for water and nutrients from the soil. A lot of the times when you overseed St. Augustine in the winter by using rye, yeah, your lawn looks green. It's amazing. It looks great for a few months. In the winter, when everybody else is just letting their lawn go dormant like it's supposed to, yours is green. But then when the spring and the summer and the heat of the year rolls around, your lawn's going to be weaker. It's going to look worse. And then you're going to want to overseed it again in the winter with winter rye to make up for it. So it just becomes this vicious cycle. Like if you remember when like that video of like, I do more coke so I can work more hours, so I can have more energy, so I can do more coke, so I can make more money, so I can work more hours, so I can do more coke. It's kind of like that. So overseeding St. Augustine is pointless, to be honest with you. If you have patches, go buy you some sod. Go get you a pallet of the sod. It's usually a rectangle. Till out, kill, till, and fill, as Randy Lemon says. Go in and kill the area with some glyphosate. Till it out. Get you some nice 50-50 mix. Put it down and resod those areas. And it will blend and grow in with the rest of your lawn. But overseeding for St. Augustine, not necessary. Now, if you're doing Bermuda or Zoysia or something like that, I could see it. But most of us, the vast majority of us, especially in the city of Houston, have St. Augustine. Definitely not necessary and really not recommended for reasons that I just mentioned. Plus others, like it doesn't match. Going to Home Depot, and I see a lot of people that aren't into lawns. You'll see they'll go out in the yard. They'll be like, oh, there's a bare spot in the lawn. There's a patch missing. And they go to Home Depot and they just buy some random ass seed thinking that, oh, it's just grass. It's all grass. It's really not. There's literally like 4 types of St. Augustine grass that don't match. So just going and buying Bermuda seed and throwing it in a St. Augustine, you are just asking for issues. Do not do that. B. Jones said, can somebody come put the replacement plants in my yard before I get a letter from the HOA? Oh, bro, I'm way behind. You should see my yard. It looks awful. Nice. Already planted tomatoes and peppers. Nora wants tomatoes. I'm like, oh my God. Nora basically wants to have a salsa garden. That's what she wants. She wants to grow all the shit necessary to make pico and salsa. Whatever. Hey, speaking of food, I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you guys about Dan Seafood and Wings. It is crawfish season, people, and if you want the best crawfish in the city of Houston, then you need to get your booty over to Dan. Make your mouth happy. Oh my gosh. eatatdans.com is the website. Eat at Dan's on Instagram. Eat at Dan's one on Facebook, excuse me. But check out eatatdans.com. They got their menu. They've got the locations for you because I know you ain't paying attention enough to remember it. But if you're on the southwest side, it's South Gessner. If you're on the northeast side, it's Uvalde. All you really need to remember is eatatdans.com, and it's going to show you everything, including directions, menu, locations, and everything else. And listen, the crawfish that Dan's is serving this season is beyond delicious because one of the things I recommend, and I think Cece might have done this. I'm not sure. I know her and Donna and Fidel Limon all went to Dan's Seafood and Wings with the South Gessner location and said it was amazing. The service was amazing. The discounts they gave for veterans, there's no reason not to go there. But I'm telling you right now, if you're looking for crawfish, give it a shot and do this. Get the boiled spicy shrimp, put it in with the crawfish. They have 4 different flavors for you. They've got the garlic butter seasoning, the mild, the medium, and the extra spicy. Nora loves the spicy shrimp from Dan's. It's all she ever talks about, and whenever she wants shrimp, I got to get in the car and go get it. And you know what? I don't mind it because it's absolutely amazing. So there's your pro tip. Get the crawfish from Dan's, mix in some spicy shrimp, and you're going to love it. I promise. And they even do like the boiled eggs now because that's a big thing in crawfish apparently. So. Walt Walker said, speaking of St. Augustine High School in New Orleans won the Louisiana State Championship in basketball. I don't listen, Walt.
Pull up your pants off the bra and be a man.
I didn't mean to click that button, but kind of felt appropriate. Actually, this would have been the right button.
Who the fuck is that guy?
See, if I don't care about college basketball, and I don't care about high school football, why do you think I would care about high school basketball? St. Augustine is not the patron saint of grass. And Justin Swiffer just wants me to drink Lamb Bomb. I think we should do a shot. Let's do a shot on the way out. That's a plan, Justin. Let's do one. Oh, wow. It just decided to come on for no goddamn reason. Maybe it'll stay on now. All right, Justin. I got your shot. No, Walt, it wasn't on the subject. The subject was lawns, not high school basketball. You're lucky I love you, Walt. I'd shame the shit out of you right now. I mean, I kind of am. All right. Look at my hands all fucked up from the yard work. Who's got man hands? This guy. Also crackhead hands, or actually heroin hands. But whatever. I love you guys. Cheers. Thank you guys for supporting Barry on Deck. I appreciate you more than you'll know. Seriously, every day when I switch and we go live, I can't believe you guys are showing up and supporting. And I hope it's fun for you. I hope you are enjoying the show every day. And listen, and I mean this, if you have feedback, if you have things you'd like to see or don't like, let me know. Am I going to change it for everybody all the time? No. But I want your feedback, Deckheads, because I love you and I appreciate you. So cheers to all of you. Oh, it hit me. Oh, boy, sometimes. Oh, God. Woo! That was rough. Oh, boy. Oh, shit. That was a mistake. Why is my goddamn mouse not working? Okay. There was a story on St. Augustine. Oh, was that the basketball or are you talking about grass? Okay. You know what? You people would probably get jazzed about this next story. This next story is about sperm and space. NASA and people on this planet are wanting to send 6.7 million sperm samples to the moon. You heard me right, America. I mean, there's 40 of you, so it's not really America per se. It could be America. Scientists want to send 6.7 million sperm samples to the moon. Let me explain. If you don't know, they already do this with seed, no pun intended. But there is Jasper said I work at NASA here in Clear Lake. Oh, so it's Jasper. Jasper's been busy. By the way, it's all Jasper's seed. They're just like, listen, we just need you to take this cup, get in that room, and do it for the planet. And he's just like, oh my God, it's swollen like a baby arm. They're like, do it for the planet. Basically what they're talking about, there is where is it? It's in the Arctic Circle. It's the Svalbard Global Seed Vault. And if you don't know, scientists have been collecting seeds from all of the different plants and vegetables and all the stuff on this planet and storing it in this vault in case we ever had to start over. In case humanity ever needed to reboot, they would have all, like if we had an ice storm or a fire or a global pandemic, not like this one, but even worse, and it just wipes stuff out. They have these seeds in this vault that they could go start over with, which is weird because I don't know how they protect this thing. And not that I'm sure, but I feel like this would be the Russians would show up and hijack it and we have all the food now. I don't know, that wasn't very Russian. But they're wanting to do that on the moon, but with, sperm. I almost was gross about it. I stopped me. That was my filter working because I was like, say it. Don't be a chicken shit. Just say it. I'm not going to say come on this show. What? So yeah, they're wanting to send sperm to the moon because they said a long time ago on the moon, there used to be lava. And those lava craters would be the perfect place to build a storage facility to house the semen of humans. This is what it would look like. They would dig in. There would be it would be solar powered obs because where are you going to get electricity on the moon? There would be a communication center. There's an airlock. There's an entrance. And then the lunar regolith. I don't even know what the fuck that is. That hurt my head just saying it. Then there's the shaft, which, obviously it's sperm. It's obviously going to shoot through a shaft. Yeah, it's a big semen silo, Katie. That's exactly what it is. There's the cryopreservation modules. There's the analysis laboratory. All of that inside of these old lava tubes that exist under the moon's surface. Back when the moon had lava. Pretty interesting. Katie. So now we skeet shooting to the moon. Just throw it all the way. Listen, man, we have to do these things to survive, people. So who's with me? I'm going to go to NASA and I'm just going to bring them. I'm going to be like, here, I filled that up for you. Like, sir, we're not just taking random. Yeah, but I want to live forever. I don't know. That's the question is, where are they getting the semen from? Who is volunteering is the question. Is it like, do they like an ad in the back of the Gazette where they're like, hey, would you like to send your baby batter to the moon? Huh? We'll give you $10. Let you watch some scantily clad women in a video inside of our NASA facilities. I don't know where they're getting it from. Are they stealing it or what? Katie, am I getting paid for this? That's what I want to know. Listen, I'll do this for free at the house, but if I can make some money, yeah, totally sending my kids to the moon. I mean, they're not my kids yet. Justin said, I would. My seed is so great. It's on other stocks, right? Could you imagine bragging about that? Oh, yeah? Yeah, you may have a nice car. You may have a nice house. You may have a good job. I got sperm on the moon, buddy. Oh, look at you. You named a star after your wife. I came on the moon, pal. Beat that. I mean, I didn't actually come on the, but I got anyways, it's whatever. Are y'all hiring? That wouldn't be good bragging rights. I'll tell you that much. CC said, best response I saw to this story was just to send the men. That is pretty funny. Yeah, no, you don't need to send send all the dudes up there and they just open the tube and they get around in a circle just filling it up. Oh, God. That made me sick. See that full moon? You're welcome. You know, if they did this, I feel like Walt, imagine the child support on an alien. I feel like this Fidel's in this story is too much. I feel like they would, if they did this, and this is kind of what Total Dallas is saying, but if they did this, if they're like, hey, we just sent 6 million semen cups to the moon, like 40 years from now, they're going to tell stories of it, right? Like, yeah, you know, they sent a bunch of sperm to the moon, and there's going to be some little kid somewhere who's like, is that why the moon is white? No, that's not. No, that's not it at all. Elizabeth, go to bed. Daddy, is the moon white because it's covered in semen? No, it's not at all. Stay off the pole. All right, let's get out of here. Let's bounce. It's 3:56. That's enough of this silly talk. It just cut out of my ears. Did it cut out for y'all? P. Jones, semen to the moon. That shit's straight slappity. Yeah, slippity slap. Hey, you heard the man. Aaron J. Bryan said, make sure you hit that like button on the show. It's always appreciated. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do that as well. If you're listening on the podcast, go check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Barry is funny. If you want to listen to the audio version of the show while you drive around, we're on all the major platforms. Just find your podcast, whatever app you use, and search Barry on Deck. That's simple. Donna, thank you for being here. Justin Cam, what up, player? Good to see you, buddy. Y'all are wild, man. All right. Until tomorrow, which I'm actually working on a special guest. I don't know if it's going to be this week or when he got back to me. Oh, so it's going to be Wednesday. I'm going to have a special guest. I haven't done an hour-long interview in forever, so I'm bringing that back with none other than Frankie Quinones. Look him up. Maybe you've heard of Cholo Fit Creeper. Going to be joining Barry on Deck on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to that. Dude is hilarious. I can't wait to spend an hour shooting the shit with my guy Frankie. Because he's a hilarious comedian too. All right, until tomorrow, when I shall talk to you guys again, please do me 3 favors like I always ask you, because you know I love you. I want you to be safe, be kind, and most important, love each other. See you guys tomorrow. Daddy's making a YouTube video!